so it's a good start. Got a mana, does pop the mango, but Belarmino will always favorably trade with you. And you're seeing some pings he wants. What that ping was for.
After that, we do have the bounty runes spawning up, but this could be one of those situations where the mid laner just camps mid, right? He already is in such an advantageous position against mid one. Maybe you don't need to help out for try and vote for the power rune. That's just try and vote for the power rune. That's just try and vote for the power rune. That's just try and vote for the power rune. That's just
Doctor, good attempt, but
try and vote for the power rune. That's just
Doctor, good attempt, but
try and vote for the power rune. That's just
Doctor, good attempt, but
the walk away, and let's push down the tower. Moon makes his first rotation over just in time because they kept the Siege Dragon alive this entire time.
this is a sick rotation.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, they're sandwiching Puppy up at top lane. KP
This
is level 6.
This is a very deep dive by them. They are going to get the Fire Blast out onto the Enchantress, but so much pure damage. Doesn't matter how much armor you have, Puppy. KP. Doesn't matter how much armor you have, Puppy. KP. Doesn't matter how much armor you have, Puppy. KP. Doesn't matter how much armor you have, Puppy. KP. Jungle getting the gank on Storm Spirit, taking down the side lane towers. Everything has gone the way of MINESKI, and Secret are going to find themselves left with less and less map to be able to farm for this PA and Storm.
You know what this means now? Once you take that bottom tower, because almost nobody does it in that fashion, you're going to protect this tower till it's dead. On the side of MINESKI,
Yeah,
not
stay
a
lane tower, you will TP and defend it.
Yeah, that's what has changed about this game, and it means that MINESKI can now focus all in on on. And that really messes with all Storm Spirit player timings, by the way.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to go Yules on this hero. At some point, you have to get BKB, so going for Yules feels a little bit redundant. It's such an expensive item for you to grab, too. And it makes it so that you don't have to just rely on the Lina or one of your other heroes. You, as a core player, can have impact against the Storm where you normally wouldn't.
Playing a little bit of Twister.
Yeah, and look at this. They're making the rotation because they've taken all of the side towers out. They can make this play, and they have the counter initiation from Nico, baby.
It's going to pop out with the two-man avalanche. Look for the toss away. There goes Rubik. Bye-bye. Straight into all the cores of MINESKI. Who actually missing the LSA. They thought that was going to be a little bit shy, but they're actually going to train out supports here as a result. YapzOr gets as much damage as he can, but Raging Potato, he dies as mid one comes to clean it up, and this means the tower will be protected.
That took a little bit too long, or maybe they would have been able to make it over, but they are instead just trying to grab all 4 bounty runes. They might be successful in that. Nisha trying to make his way over. The Blink Strike does grab it.
Ooh, just in time. But KP, he wants to punish Nisha for making that play. They do it with the Maltic. There goes the blur, the TP in from YapzOr onto the Shrine as well. MINESKI did not even look like they were seriously considering going for that PA. Just a little bit of pressure to force rotations, and that's exactly what happened.
I think MINESKI, again, they want to take this mid tower, but looks like they're content with just farming a little bit. A smoke even would be all right for them.
Yeah.
And for Secret, the game plan is then simple.
In the task of bringing down this gigantic ancient stack, Fade bolts and such, making it a bit easier.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
And it will get them all shared experience as well.
This is a huge stack.
Yeah.
And they're
They say
Secret. Not showing any heroes quite yet. They know they're in that triangle area. This ward is still alive. Surprised that Secret haven't found it yet. They had to have known once that bottom tower and that mid tower got taken out, the triangle was going to be the next spot to ward. Instead, they're going to find...
They know where he is. Nisha's going to be caught by the avalanche, even though he's blurred up. They'll go to play to bring him down too, and he almost had the Desolator. LSA is going to be able to catch Zai, tossed up in the air to his death. That is rough. He was 400 gold away from that Desolator when he finished up the Ancient stack, and he remains at that number now.
And what sucks about this too is whenever you have the mag on your team, every second that you're dead just feels even worse and worse, because you know the amount of potential.
That'll be another way to help out against that blur advantage that the Phantom Assassin has.
Gunnar did talk about, by the way, that it was going to be a rough early game for the Storm Spirit anyways.
Yep.
The Lina is going to be so good against you, but as the game progresses, the Storm always has the option cap of jumping on the Lina. It's so much easier for him to gap close. This is just the awkward part of the game where he doesn't have enough HP and he doesn't quite have the items to be able to just go on her fearlessly.
Win probability. Oh, they're going to be able to jump him with Rod of Atos freshly picked up by KP and the Blink Dagger of Rage of Potato, the last impetus. Brings him down as he skewers away. But
now
a smoke up
9K
from
gold
Team Secret. They're going to move to bottom.
Nico Baby waiting for the creeps. They still have a tower in this area. They're going to drop the ward. They see him. They're going to see him farm up the neutrals too. Do they have enough burst damage to do this? He's got 21 charges and instantly got left out of the creep. Oh no!
Grabs a creep and Nico Baby blesses the stars and jumps away.
That's a freebie.
That is a freebie indeed. Mid one will snag an arcane rune, but certainly not worth all the trouble they made to move to bottom lane.
And we were concerned about MINESKI having their spirits broken.
Yeah, doesn't look like it at all. We heard that from Coach Mushi. He said they were fine. They were called.
The interview that we saw with RZeke yesterday, where it looked like they were just like, yeah. Casey's like, it felt like you had the better job. And he's like, yeah, we did. And instead, Mushi's all smiles. He's making jokes with her. He's saying our team's good. The team looks like they're fine. So far, 17 minutes in, they've got an 8K gold lead. They're not out of the woods yet. Last game, if anything, proves to them it's not over until it's over.
The crazy part is that MINESKI have been getting so many kills around the map without having to use the Chronosphere, so Secret remains scared of them at all times. In fact, so scared that they lose the tier 2 mid. Nico Baby hadn't shown himself until finally he does. He sees the Storm Spirit up in the top lane. They thought that Nico Baby was behind them at mid. That's why they didn't challenge, and that's why mid one showed himself at top lane, and where he gets caught, and where MINESKI see the opportunity to push to high ground.
They're going for high ground right now?
They really are.
Wow, this is early. No Rocher, anything Zai gonna go
He already used Nico Baby. They don't get a burst chance on the Fire Blast. He's gonna be able to time walk away while Zai sacrificed his life at a gambit to be able to bring down the carry of MINESKI. A buyback, and that's all MINESKI wanted to be able to see. Rage of Potato, he may be the sacrificial lamb, but no, MINESKI will protect that little lamb. The Rocky boy will get away. He's got a Blink Dagger up. He's fine.
And that was the buyback from Zai. This has been a rough game for Team Secret. There's just no plays for them to make. With the type of heroes that they have to continue to just buy time for Nisha. He needs a BKB before he feels comfortable engaging. Ninja Boogie grabbing the invis rune, drops a sentry. He knows where they have vision.
Dude, they were just top pushing that tower, and Ninja Boogie gets to bottom lane in time to pick up the power rune. Is it just me or is MINESKI everywhere right now?
Twice about it.
And they take the fight without Chronosphere. Is this Invis Rune going to be enough an advantage to break several smokes? Going to be spotted by the Sentry. A lot of Atos goes down, but just on a puppy, that shouldn't really matter. KP, knowing that, retreats back behind this tier 1 tower. You said that MINESKI would fight to defend this tower, but will they win this fight? Is they're going to have to do it without a Chronosphere? Nisha almost dying already. The infinite shot, the last one, it hits. It nailed goes up, Anisha falls, Puppy, he's gonna be eliminated. The Laguna Blade comes out, toss away, Yaps are trying to hide in the trees, the telekinesis hitting Raging Potato, means they can't find a third kill for that. While Mid One bides his time, I think he's looking to be able to cut some creep waves, because this is looking like desperate times for Team Secret.
And you see his net worth right now is so low. He's behind the 4th position Tiny. Raging Potato, he's had such a good game, but it just goes to show you how far behind Team Secret is.
That is 11,000 net worth lead, about to be 12, building up, about a 5,000 experience lead as well. That win probability, it's a harsh outlook. MINESKI,
We saw it
in that situation before, though.
I feel like the last game was easier, though, because they had the meatball on their side. They're going to take the base fast. This situation is a little bit different because their playmakers have been slowed down so much. At this point, it does feel like Nisha has to do so much to get this win.
And he needs that magic immunity.
It makes sense, though. He picked around it.
Yeah.
Gave him Ogre plus Magnus. That usually means that they think that this one hero will carry them in this game. Ninja Boogie probably going to get picked off once again.
Ninja Boogie's okay with that. He's at the rest of his team.
Oh, they were trying to give him the last hit.
But poor Ninja Boogie, only sitting there at 2,500.
I really thought they were trying to give Nisha last hit, and both supports went for it.
Nah, dude, they're trying to give the last hit to the real carry.
Yapsor.
Yapka takes it again. Secret will manage to take this tier 1 tower, but honestly, like, they kept it alive for 20 minutes. That's still a huge success for MINESKI.
I will say, I think part of the reason why I think it's been such a harsh game for Mid One is normally when you pick up this Storm or these like Embers for him, there's a side lane for him to rotate to.
Yeah.
But it's so hard for him to make a rotation towards a Magnus lane and conversely like a PA Ogre lane. Like they're not killing the Enchanters even with 3 heroes there. So it felt like he had no place to make. Whereas Moon, you know, every time he goes to the lane, he's going to pick up a kill.
They're going to pick up another kill on a hero, but on Roshan. Give the Aegis to Nico, baby. And MINESKI is ready for another high ground attempt. They immediately smoke up, too, just to see if they can get
They're smoking because
initiation.
Moon TP'd at bottom. So they're trying to fool Secret and saying, look, it's a 4-on-5.
Yep. Especially considering this Moon Lina has Boots of Travel and Shadow Blade, so he can move his way around the map super fast, and that's why they're going to try and catch somebody here, but it looks like it's only going to be Puppy if they can get the bash. Sadly, that's not the case for Nico, baby.
And Secret, they need to take advantage of the time that they were smoked. Nisha needs to push in this top lane. He's almost got his BKB. That's when the real game happens, Cap. If he can win a fight with BKB, it changes everything. If he can't, I don't know if he has a space to farm another item after that. This BKB is make or break right now for Team Secret.
Mid One is so scared at all times because this Shadow Blade Lina, he's never quite certain when he can pop out and farm a creep wave. So scared, in fact, that he placed that side lane of the map and hides there the entire time before eventually deciding home is where he has to be.
I will say this Lina Gunner is correct. She's got 1600 HP.
Yeah.
All it takes is one good fight for Mid One.
But if they don't manage to jump him, he does have a plate mail now, so it's not in danger of a crit dagger kill anyway. It's going to take some hefty commitment by the PA, but she can die before a single spell is cast for sure.
This Lina is so farmed, Cap. She has triple the enemy mid's net worth.
And they're just playing 4-man together. They do manage to run an Anisha here. Hit him with the avalanche. Radavatos goes down, but there goes the fresh BKB. That's going to be a fire blast. But there's the Chronosphere to be able to control him up. If they actually get these hit, but his Mid One actually goes through Raging Potato to be able to finish him off. This Q-er and the RP on it too. Mid One sitting on top of him with the fire blast as well. That's going to be the Aegis coming from Nico, baby. But KP is plenty healthy, and that's why he's going to run down Puppy. Secret. It was an okay engagement for them. Got the Aegis out of the hands of MINESKI, but it still cost them a hero.
Not the worst trade in the world. And that was the buyback by Raging Potato. They need all of these engagements. The top lane is getting cut.
They're gonna fall in for this. They try and burst him down, but they don't actually hit him. The avalanche covers the ground. He now makes my top of the air. Raging Potato made the read. The Chronosphere coming up from the outdoor is beautiful, but Mid One gonna get there. There goes the Lina before a single spell is cast, and now Nico, baby. He's trying to get the back out. He's trying to finish up Mid One. Can he do it? The back. Into the trace they go. They find another kill. The PA dies. Actually, MINESKI KP, he could stay alive for a long time, but it's underneath the tier 3. He will fall. Ultra kill for mid one. Secrets, you have to be careful against this team. Just a second of weakness and they will pounce.
And now he's almost got his BKB. That's what we were looking for. Storm in that situation so good on Lina because you'll always get the jump on her. You can get to the back line. She's decided to go for quite the greedy builds. The plate mail, no BKB, deciding to go for the boots of travel. She's very mobile on the map, but when it comes to just those straight up pushes, it's gonna be rough. And honestly, that all starts with YapzOr stealing the Chronosphere.
Oh, absolutely.
This fight does not look like this if he doesn't have Chrono here. You see that he locks down the entire team.
He managed to get a 5-man Chrono.
Look at how good this
Baby
was.
obviously is free to be able to walk away, but just a zip that manages to hit 3 different heroes. Uh-oh, back out of the game. Mid one, he's been caught out. He used his buyback last time. Maledict, he should be good here as the bottle hits. Combination of dodging, the Maledict hits as well.
That's flashy.
Does
it one more time just for good practice. Still a 12k gold lead, but a few more fights like that and Secret are back into this.
But they can't afford a fight exactly like that. This time around, mid one will not have buyback, and we'll see what MINESKI does with that information. Are they going to play for that aggressive win? Are they going to challenge Secret now, hope for the Chronosphere that gets them the kill on mid one and ends the game, or at least Elena Barracks, or are they going to wait for the next Roche?
I think instead of waiting for the next Roche, I think they need to wait for their BKBs. Okay. I think that's even more important here. Lena's about to pick up one. The Void is just the recipe away. That's what they have to reset off of. And I'm Secret. You said the true carry of Secret, YapzOr. He's trying to make it happen right now, keeping them in this game. The Chrono that he hit was perfect. It made it so easy for mid one to get on top of all those heroes. The zip through did so much damage as a result. He lined it up for him, served it up, so that his mid player almost has that BKB now. And so the fights are going to get a lot easier for him.
In which case, there's going to be a lot of pressure on MINESKI to find the initiation, whether it's through a simple toss-up of the air in Rage Potato, follow up LSA, or if it's going to be the Chronosphere to lock down the Storm Spirit. Is that who you focus? Is that you hold that Chronosphere for the Storm from here on out?
I feel like you have to. When Nisha pops his BKB in that situation, it's kind of nice to burn some of the timer out, but you're not killing him.
Yeah.
The blur in combination of the BKB, your bash, for people that don't know, the time lock is magic damage. So you're just not getting any value out of it.
And he's about to finish a basher on Nisha.
Yeah, he's getting really scary now. Once you get the basher with the Empower and the Bloodlust, like, this PA is the strongest hero on the map. Her net worth is just boosted artificially as a result.
And it's so hard to be able to push high ground into that because there's always that fear of a dagger that gets a crit or a bash, providing the opening that Secret need. And they can just do that. They can just dagger you over and over and over again, wait for somebody to get low enough, wait for that bash, wait for that crit before they jump in.
I mean, part of the problem was, I think Nico Baby just got a little bit sloppy.
Yeah.
He just didn't think about it. He's like, oh, okay, they have Chrono. I'm still fine.
Yep.
But he does, you know, he didn't realize, I think, in time, like, oh, wait, my entire team's going to die because of this.
Yeah.
They still have a lot of map control on the side of MINESKI, and Secret aren't out of the woods yet. But this 12k gold lead doesn't look as bad as the previous games did. Like, the previous game was 99% over. This one is closer, in my opinion, to like a 70-30. You can still win this if you're Secret. Your jump just has to be real good.
They have BKB on both their cores. You farm up for buyback, and at this point, you might as well wait for Roshan, as the potential spawn time is just 1 minute away. And so now the question is posed, okay, we're actually going to smoke up here. MINESKI thinking that maybe they'll catch Secret off guard. In part, maybe because it is so close to the Roshan spawning, any sort of pickoff could lead into some big wins. They know Zai is somewhere out here. He actually ran forward through the ward and immediately TP's back.
They need the MKB right now really badly. On their faces, Void, you saw when he was hitting Nisha, did nothing.
Well, that's a ways away. Nico Baby,
actually, no ways
just
to deal
completed
with
the Mjolnir.
None of them are even close to the MKB.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nisha's game continues to look pretty good. He's 0-3, but I mean, they're putting all their hopes on him.
And he may soon eclipse Nico Baby's net worth. There is still Moon sitting at 16K, but as we saw from that last fight, it is very easy to take that hero out of the field without anything being done. Nisha also has to be careful of Lina hunting him down with that Shadow Blade. He's got 2,000 HP, but even just getting caught by an LSA at the start could lead to much, much worse outcomes. 21-12, 13,000 net worth lead for MINESKI 30 minutes in. As you heard Blitz say, feels like this is more like a 70-30 game, and the win probability does agree. If anything, it's even more in the favor of Secret.
What's it say?
Yeah, look at that. 84-16 is what it was at 20 minutes when we had that big fight, the big turnaround now, 64-36.
Yeah, I'd say that's around right.
MINESKI is beginning to lose some control of this game. They do have enough to be able to get all the bounty runes, though.
Oh, could you imagine if MINESKI lost this game?
2 heartbreaking losses, that's... it would be a story, that's all right. MINESKI, they need to be able to pull out this win. Heartbreaking losses. They got Megas against Team Secret, against the huge favorites, a blink away from Zai. Gets away from Raging Potato, just away. And now, MINESKI, chasing these heroes out, are going to turn back towards Roshan. But Isha doesn't want to give them that full map control. He's going to push out mid. And they go to rush.
Puppy should call his team. Let's smoke.
Yeah.
This is a good fight for them. They've got a Storm Spirit. They're calling mid one over. Smoke by the shrine.
This is going to be too late. This is going to be too late. The Roshan's going to fall so quickly. Look at this. 1,000 HP. It's going to die. What are the Secret going to do with that information? Are they still going to go for the engagement? Are they going to think MINESKI will be sloppy? In their positioning, they hold in the mid lane, waiting for someone to step out a little bit too far. Is that Raging Potato? Is he going to be the one who steps a little bit too far from his team? Sure enough, telekinesis and a quick assassination by Nisha.
In your eye.
But Nico Baby, he's not too far away. Secret, run to the right instead of running down lane.
Oh, that's
the Chronosphere! He tells Minutes to come in, watch out to the edge. Nico Baby pops the BKB, but the Chronosphere sold by Yamtor. Can he turn this around? Mid-one dies! Just as the Chronosphere fades away, Yamtor looking to be able to turn this as telekinesis, toss him here. Yule steps aside, immediately throws out the RP, locks down Moon. It's getting large, they need a full skewer. Force that away, BKB activated. Nisha having a hard time under the Chronosphere. Can they do anything about it? Nisha looking to be jumped on the edge and a crit. Nisha's being controlled up. Can Nico Baby actually get the bash? He managed to get the jump away as Maldic got him. Nico Baby doesn't want to overcommit, but he does have the answer with his telekinesis. He'll actually die to tier 3. Lina does not buy back. She can join her team if she wants to in this push.
I don't think Moon wants to get into a position where he buys back and they have to race again. That was the Aegis used. They've got to reset off of this. And the Absol once again with the Chrono Steal. The positioning of it was perfect.
The top score of the skewer back. KP, and they actually get him. They need another crit to force that away. Nico Baby looks to be able to slow down Nisha's run of Atos. Actually gets him at PA stuck. KP starts healing up. Now the paralyzing gas. What a swing, and Nisha being locked down. He will fall. No buyback there either.
19k gold lead, 3 heroes down. Nico Baby going for the melee racks. They're in such a good position right now. All they have to do, take the racks, reset. Storm's about to be alive. Secret, they've got to be careful though. They've got no big spells to defend this with, no RP. And now, okay, now they've learned, surely.
Blitz Dota, if you could go back in time and change one thing about your life, what would you do? MINESKI, they're certainly contemplating that question. Is that last game and the choice around the Megas ends up losing them the game against the favorites in Team Secret. They've learned their lesson. They're going to go back in time here with this game 2, try and play it even safer than they did in game 1.
I thought that was a real question.
No, I'm not actually going to ask you that question. That's a little too deep for this broadcast.
Oh, no, I instantly have an answer.
Oh, what's that?
I'd say, yes, OD Pixel. I'd love to ask you.
26-14, MINESKI holding a gigantic lead.
Radiant are scared.
But there's still that window. There's still that sliver of chance. Team Secret. So they're gonna be caught here. Nico Baby, he knows it's somewhere around here, but he doesn't find mid-1. He jumps into the shrine area. Fair enough. They'll just take the objective instead of claiming a hero.
This does
maybe not
strangely feel like deja vu.
Look at them. Look how safe they're playing. They say not even the shrine is good enough to take right now. They have a double damage on the ground.
You gotta feel for them. They look so skittish.
Look at him. He's just like, wait, I'm not going to take this DD now. I'm going to bottle it up. I'm going to do every little thing every pro player does to make sure we enable a win here.
This is adorable, because I think if last game hadn't happened, they would have sort of just gone for it.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
if you're 1-0 against Team Secret, I bet Moon buys back. They push high ground together.
Try to get 2 sets or something like that.
Yeah.
But instead, they're checking all the boxes because Team Secret is always dangerous. They're so wily.
Yeah, that's a good point. How much of this is just Team Secret? The team, the legacy?
By the way, I think the game might have been over if Nisha doesn't get the crit there, because Moon had cheese. He would have reset that fight hard.
It would have been over if Yapsor doesn't position the Chronosphere just right, that a melee hero could reach through the Chronosphere to hit the Lina.
His split-second timing was phenomenal. And right now, Zai, he's got a 4-staff, he's got a Blink Dagger. He needs to hit a pretty big RP. You can't keep relying on Yapsor to steal Chrono and then hit the perfect Chrono.
Yeah.
Surely he's not going to do it 3 times in a row, right? I'm super down to see it, but if you're Secret, you're like, yo, a 3rd time? Yapsor, just 1 more? You think you can do that 1 more time for us?
Can Secret pull out the miracle? Can Yapsor do it? 1 more rabbit out of the hat. Number 1 and 2 isn't enough, it seems.
This was a Deso Rubik that we saw in the last game, right?
Yeah. I mean, such a clutch decision-making in that sort of high-pressure situation. Cool idea by Yapsor to be able to buy that item and help them time walk, trying to get the 4-staff over to the other side, but everyone from MINESKI is here, and they've just been gifted a kill in Yapsor.
When he dies fast.
Yes.
And they're going to get the instant D ward. Yapsor was just trying to get out, play some aggressive vision for his team so that they could do something.
Oh, this is big. Abyssa Blade now for Nisha. Now when he jumps one of those heroes, maybe the PA, maybe the Lina. Instant disable into potentially one-shotting that hero.
KP needs armor right now if he wants to survive this. He doesn't really need a BKB. He's not being focused like that, but some armor would help his cause greatly.
They already have the Shivas on, so maybe it's Lotus Orb for KP.
By the way, check out what mid one is going for. I think he's kind of sold out on this principle. He's like, guys, I'm not carrying this game.
No.
But I can try to make this game easier for everybody. I can give you a mini RP.
Yeah. I mean, the right kind of clump up, whether it's the RP or this Aghanim Scepter from the Storm Sphere, could mean that Nisha comes in with that cleave, with that empower.
It just takes one. It really just takes one fight. If Nisha can get into three heroes, just hit into the center with that cleave, he will blow people up.
That's the mantra of Team
could have been more perfect because then Zai comes in with the RP.
Radiant's middle tower is
lets you believe in that 10%.
I do. I told you, it just takes one fight.
MINESKI. Oh. They're going to start losing some towers. Everything is still fine, though. Don't panic. MINESKI still hold the lead. The game is still in their favor. And they can still pull out a 1-1 and push this to a game 3.
They might have to be forced into a buyback situation right now. As Nisha has a DD room, it's still really healthy on its timing.
They don't have a buybacks. They don't have it on Nico Baby. They don't have it on Raging Potato. So they just made it
back first
to the mid lane of Barracks.
They're actually going to take the full set first.
The double damage wears out. LSA leading the way. Just a bit of damage on Anisha. Trying to force something out. He does have a BKB and a Abyss Blade ready to go. But there goes. Melee Barracks falls.
Nope, both teams are now even.
We
One racks
are
apiece. I thought that Secret was going to take the first full set.
Yep.
Oh,
And
MINESKI, that gold lead. Let's see it. Bring it up for me.
it has been plummeting downwards. 13,000 lead only for MINESKI. Experience
updated yet.
almost dead. Even look at this. Top lane move. He's found an opening into match point. He can complete the kill. They will He gets the kill. But can they force the buyback and not get caught for it? Yule's after body out to HBLSA. They got another kill. Moon. He's going to start backing away a little bit. He's a bit scared. He doesn't have his team behind him. And he knows there could be a buyback for the Storm Spirit. He does not want to let that pick be traded away. He got an advantage for his team.
That is a massive advantage, too. This is going to allow them to play aggressively. Still, the gem that they lost, I think, is the even bigger draw.
See that fight again where they blew up KP and they
The hands
kept
were in the air.
here. He tried so hard to get that chrono out. But Nisha, quick with the fingers. It would have been a wipe if he'd actually gotten the range, the dagger bash onto Moon. But
Teammate won that sigh of relief. And if you're MINESKI, especially with how the last game went, that familiar fear in the pit of your stomach has to be growing.
Yep.
It's got to be gnawing away at you at this point.
And we're getting into some crazy level 25s here. I mean, this PA is already a monster. If you get her to 25, the triple strike stifling dagger.
The thing about Secret is they've had to do everything right to get to this point. To even get to this point, to bring it back to 15K, the 2 consecutive stolen Chronospheres, then that fight where Nisha at the very last second gets the Abyssal Blade on a Nico Baby and the stuns.
Roshan's up right now. Min1 could buy out for the Aghanim Scepter if he wants to. He'd be about 500 shy of having buyback. But it looks like Secret, they may not be able to get in the pit in time. Honestly, MINESKI just taking out so quickly there. I mean, they get the he does have that Ghost Scepter protecting for a little bit, but honestly too much control. They trade out Raging Potato's life for an Aegis, and that's fine. 70 seconds for the Tiny. He comes back, but this Aegis will last the 5 minutes.
Well worth it for his death then. 13K now. They cut it by 2 despite the Roshan kill, which is pretty rare to see, but because they are ahead, that kill on the Raging Potato meant so much. He's almost even net worth with the Storm Spirit.
Blitz, you're MINESKI's coach right now. What are you telling them? How are you telling them to siege high ground? What are you looking for them to do?
I mean, first thing I'm telling them is like, why'd you guys hire me as coach? Second thing is, I'm probably telling them, you gotta calm down.
Okay.
The game is still in your favor. The same principle that applies to Secret applies to MINESKI. They just need to hit a really good chrono. They catch 2 cores. The game is still very much in your favor. This is the time to calm down, breathe. Because Secret right now, they've got something scary. They've got momentum.
Oh, that's Tunnel Plus. It just decided that Aegis and Cheese isn't good enough for MINESKI, and that the game is dead even now.
Yeah, I think they've said like, okay, Secret is, they just teamfight really well. Let's swing it back a little bit. I think as the game goes on, it really favors that PA-MAC combination, and rightfully so, it's so strong. AP?
It's away, it's wards down 2.
They should have knowledge that there is vision there. There's no other reason that the Ogre is that far in.
There's a lot of items on Nico Baby. He's got Aegis, Refresher Shard, BKB Satanic. All of these items, 3 of them being activatables, need to be used in this next fight because Secret will have the advantage of buying back when it comes to the high ground push, right? That's the super scary part, that PA and this Storm Spirit can get back into the fight super fast, and it's not simply going to be a 5 versus 5.
Yeah, the weird thing about being ahead like this is you almost feel like you have to be the team that pushes in because you want to take advantage of your network, but Secret have such a good high ground lineup. It's so scary going through a high ground where you have to fight through BKB piercing abilities. That's a principle that EG held on to at TI5. You know, pick up Universe Enigma or something like that, so that you can always deal with when the team goes high ground. Even if you're behind by like 10k, you've got a Chronosphere, an RP, something along those lines where the other team thinks twice about just blindly going high ground.
Yeah.
Because in most situations, 20k gold lead, you're just thinking to yourself, okay, let's go for it. What are we waiting for? But in this position, MINESKI's thinking to themselves, it just takes one fight. We've got to be careful.
Radabatos on an illusion. Say, fine, we'll take that Storm Spirit illusion for ourselves. Smoke from MINESKI. Not result in any easy opportunity for them. Instead,
Oh, this game's stressing me out for both sides.
they're gonna have to do it the hard way. They just spotted Nisha. Not really, because he's blurred up, but they know that he was in that mid lane. Mood. He's trying to find his opportunity. He's found a small one in Puppy. He's gonna try to execute real fast. He does have the gem. That's why Zion's gonna pop his head outside the base. Double force staffs and Puppy does get away.
That's a Laguna Blade steal. By Yapsor.
No. These ultimates being stolen by Yapsor. They've already changed the fate of this game once and twice. They do it again with this Laguna Blade, this Eco Baby. Not gonna live to see the light of his BKB and Satanic. Ethereal Blade up, Raging Potato, big burst damage. He also has the toss, requires no targets. That could be a way for him to get heroes out of position when it comes to that high ground push.
Maybe even a save too. You can act like a pseudo snowball.
Yeah.
In that regard, trying to get your team out. Oh man.
Eco Baby is almost level 25 as well, so you take that 25% backtrack. I mean, just imagine he backtracks a crit.
I think the bubble is too good. The super bubble is so good.
We'll have to see. This is just going to be all about feel for Nico Baby. How does he feel this game's going to go? What's going to win him the game? This is one of those games where the branches of fate just spread out. The what if game begins. You ask yourself, MINESKI, if they closed out that game one, how would they be playing right now? Would they have finished up the game already? Is the fear that they will lose this 2-0 against Secret? No.
Hero here.
Bad position and dead.
The execute by Yapsor. Trying to get to that Aghanim Scepter, that would be huge for him.
Well, if they didn't know about the Laguna Blade steal before, they certainly do now. No buyback for KP, but everyone else in the game does have it. Secret. Just to pick off on the Tiny, they know how disruptive he's been in these engagements. They feel confident to go outside their base. A little bit more free area to farm. The triple dagger is up. The Aghanim Scepter is here as well for the Storm Spirit. He's looking for Scythe next. And Puppy, he's gonna play the bumbling fool that just goes into the high ground blind, but it's all an act. He knows the rest of his team behind him. He's super tanky. He's already survived through one round of Lina spells. He can do it again.
At this point, the farm is whatever. It really just comes down to the one team fight.
Yeah.
That's why mid one isn't trying to go back for anything like the Orchid or the Bloodstone. He's just itemizing for the late game team.
The Aegis down, level 25 achieved for the Faceless Void. You're right, the AoE is too good to pass up, especially with that Refresher Shard. 2 times of the gigantic AoE Chronosphere.
And the only person that I've ever seen go for the backtrack talents is OD Pixel.
Somebody did it actually this year.
Really?
I don't remember. Yeah, that's why the conversation was only way we would talk about it.
The plus 175 is so good.
Yeah. I mean,
It makes it so that it's so hard to whip these fights.
yeah.
Everybody has to be careful. There are a lot of melee heroes.
Like, how do you get into these fights as a Storm Spirit, as a Mag, as a PA?
There's a Nullifier
Sphere's just
on
getting
Nisha.
so big. Nisha's Nullifier could play a big part here with the double cheeses on KP. They actually stacked that regenerative item.
This is such a killer build. 3k HP, the Satanic gives him the status resistance. It's not going to be easy to burst down this PA. They put so much into her.
Oh,
They gave her the perfect situation. He wanted to sacrifice his own game with this item build. He said, I trust you, Nisha.
at the same time, if Nisha's the one that jumped on, they're going to have a Silver Edge soon for Moot. Looking to break that blur mechanic.
The biggest issue right now for MINESKI is they just have not been able to start fights.
Yeah.
It's always been Secret jumping them. We've seen 3 fights in a row now where Secret finds the jump.
You know what? I We don't know what's going on in the booth. Is it composure or is it fear? But if it is composure, I have to admire MINESKI for just continuing. Like, they'll smoke up, they'll try to find a pickoff like this for Raging Potato, but they never go all in. They never give Secret that opportunity. They're gonna go for Lucky here. Chronosphere doesn't manage to catch the other in the back, but it doesn't get the Chronosphere. The two, the Chronosphere taking time around. They're gonna get the Chronosphere the other. Getting something done. It hits the heat with the RP, and now Big One in a wide back. Here comes the Chronosphere. The lost in days from Big One's not here yet. Now the tip man first. Let them in too late. Nico Baby's already jumped away. Should be traveling about the second. Nature jumps in. Wipes out Nullifier. Not going to be stable. He goes up there. That's Selena dead. Flyback's already flowing out from MINESKI. Are they going to use it on Selena as well? They will. Cheese up for KP. He's going to eat it again. Please survive to all this one. Nico Baby jumping in. She's going to fly back as well. Now KP's kill. Ultra kill for Nation. That's the other round of one. They're going to be able to catch Raging Potato. That's on the interior lane. On himself. Ninja Boogie gets back up. Fuel sector. They have no buyback on KP. They're going to have no buyback on Raging Potato. And they're going to take even the 10%. Are they going to be able to go down in and force a 3 versus 5?
Unbelievable. They found the double chrono, but Yapster steals it once again. And that was the perfect fight for MINESKI. The Mjolnir actually hits Zai, so he can't RP the Void when he walks close. And if you can't do it with 2 chronos, what is it going to take at this point? MINESKI, this is a heartbreaking situation for them right
Ninja
now.
Boogie! Look at the spray on the ground! Loser! I've got you, Ninja Boogie! Side pushes him out! That's another here without buyback! Moon! Nico Baby! They're the only ones left alive for MINESKI! How are they gonna hold? How are they gonna repel the 5-man on Team Secret, who's now inside their base? And this time, they don't have to go for tier 3s. This time, they can go straight for the tier 4s. And this time, can Nico Baby land the Chronosphere? He's got 12 seconds left. Can he pull out the miracle? 8 seconds. 1 tier 4 dead. 2 seconds.
Green chrono.
Another tier 4 gone. 0 seconds. Chronosphere's on. He goes for Nisha. He's gonna try and pick up Venom as as quick as possible. Look at the damage falling in the master. He's done up. He's down. Instant buyback though. Poppy gonna be chased. Nico Baby's already flown with his BKB. They need Secret. They say Nisha with a 5 tracker. We are still out. Secret, they're left with the Absol.
Can they make their own miracle holds?
They're left with Zai. How could these two possibly hold?
We just asked a question.
The course of MINESKI.
Could you hold 2v5? MINESKI says yes, absolutely. Backs against the wall. Their tournament life's on the line. 2v5 doesn't matter, MINESKI. They bought enough time. KP comes in. Nisha went for the win.
MINESKI is having composure to run this game late game against Team Secret. They said to a man, we will take you to the late game and we will beat you. And now that same composure lets them go for the roast shot. Aegis, Cheese, Agnes.
They're being refresher force right now. They don't want Deja Vu cap. They want this game to be over, but first, they've got to kill these 2 heroes.
Into the tier 4s they go. Zai has to make the RP of his life here.
They need a whole 30 seconds for 2 heroes to come back.
15 seconds for mid 1. 1 tier 4 already down. Nico Baby about to finish up there. Goes the skewer. Brought in Raging Potato. He has the ultimate. He has the force step. He can get out of this mess. KB tries to save that.
They're just hitting the phone.
They will stop him. They're both